So I went last night to go see Captain America Brave New World. If you want to know what I felt about it, stick around. Welcome back, family. Timo Hani here. I'm your host, Rich. And, I went to go see Brave New World last night. I've been debating for a while about whether or not I was going to go. Trying to find somebody else who wanted to go because I really don't like going to the movies by myself. But just call me. Wanted to. I contacted a friend who was planning on going to see it with his girlfriend. I'm like, well, look, I'm not going to interrupt your date night. He goes, no, hang on a second. I got a bunch of other friends too. Turning into a big, where we all met up at the movie theater. We had a good time. Still felt a little weird interfering on somebody else's date night, but it's a Marvel movie, so all bets are off. I tried to back out, and he's like, no, I want to invite some other people. We're going to make a big thing out of it. So, okay. We got to the movie theater, and we went to a Regal theater. For what I understand, if you spend enough points or tickets or whatever at a Regal theater, you get a skin for Marvel Rivals. So, one of the people was able to take advantage of that. That's cool. I don't play the game. I did, however, get the commemorative popcorn bucket, which is actually, I do like this. Probably my favorite one so far. It's it's metal all the way around. It has a cover which really does snap into place. So take it off. You got your nice Captain America shield, which I refuse to throw around out there. I still have some of my movie theater popcorn, which, don't worry, I'm not going to eat it on the screen. I used to do that, and I was told a long time ago, we're not tuning in to watch you chew. But I will be having this a little later on as I'm watching something else. Part of the package also did come with 2 lenticular cup sodas. So there you can see that there. And I was thinking to myself, I really am not going to drink 2 sodas, and how much am I going to carry in? My friend's girlfriend said that she would take the other soda. That's cool. It's fine. And then he gave me 2 toys, which go with it. We've got a nice Red Hulk and a Falcon. Falcon. Sorry, Captain America, Captain Falcon, whatever you want to say it. He's got his wings. He's got his shield. And they have an interesting round base, and I was trying to figure it out, and I looked at the top of the cup, and actually these do connect into the cups themselves. So if you wanted to have, like, Hulk holding your straw, you could do that. After the movie, though, she asked, she wanted to keep the cup. That's fine with me. I wasn't planning on displaying these things anyway. I got myself one cup. I got myself the tin, which is what I really wanted, which makes this now my 3rd tin from Marvel movies. I got the Doctor Strange. I've got the Black Panther one. So cool. All right, you're not here to talk about the popcorn. Talking about the movie itself. What did I think about it? Well, in a nutshell, I liked it. I didn't love it. Okay, it was good. It was actually maybe a step above good. I'm going to give this 7.5 out of 10. Now, I'm going to try to talk about this as spoiler-free as possible. I know it's already Sunday, so most people that really wanted to see the movie have already done it, and I know there are people out there that are avoiding the trailers and all the videos and everything else like that. So, without getting into any descriptions of storyline, one of the things that I was really, really worried about, and don't get me wrong, I love Harrison Ford, okay? But I've seen him in interviews. I've seen him... Sir Patrick Stewart, you think about the way he was in Multiverse of Madness and in Logan and in interviews, and he does talk a bit slower now. You can see the age taking its toll. Okay? I still love him. I'm glad to see him all the time. However, I was starting to feel that way about Harrison Ford, and I'm like, I hope they don't have another actor who is still great, but beyond their prime to the point where they're taking a toll on their mannerisms, their speech, it makes me notice it, okay? It gets rid of the suspension of disbelief. I didn't feel it. Harrison Ford still has it, okay? He does play an older person who is suffering from older person's characteristics, okay? I'm not going to go any more than that. However, when he does get angry, look, you know he's becoming Red Hulk, and you know he's going to get angry. But when he does, and he commands the room, okay, and you feel like, whoa, okay, he might have gray hair, but he's not an old man, okay. Harrison Ford really did a great job in this role. I'm glad they chose him. Okay, I was very apprehensive about it. I'd like to see the character go forward, but are they going to have to recast again if if the worst should happen? I don't know. The storyline itself, Anthony Mackie was better. They gave him better lines. They gave him better situations to react to than they did in Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I like that show a lot. So I did think that what I saw in him, I saw in Isaiah, was genuine, great. The cameos that they had from different characters sprinkled in here and there, and well worth it. The fact that there was one and only one post-credit scene did bother me. What bothered me the most is it's literally post-credit. You have to sit through every single thing, right down to every single one. You're sitting there for a good 6-7 minutes waiting for that post-credit scene, which was interesting, but honestly, it wasn't worth the wait. It really was not worth the wait. I've seen other post-credit scenes that made me like freak out. Okay, I mean, I love the post-credit scene that they had in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and seeing Clea. That was great. This one was it was okay. It makes you think about characters you already know are coming, and the situation are coming. So it wasn't any great reveal. Personally, if I had to do it all over again, knowing what it was, I would actually leave it at the beginning of the credits and just YouTube it. Okay. My negatives about the movie was even the bad guy, you felt bad for him, so he's not a bad guy. It's just like Wreck-It Ralph and I am bad guy. This does not mean I must be bad guy. Now, I understand that all of the bad guys, and I'm just using that term because I don't feel like trying to, the villains, whatever you want to say, they all come from a certain moral compass where what they believe is they're doing for the right thing. However, like Thanos, no, I'm sorry. There's no point to killing half the universe to try to save resources, because within 70, 80 years, that number is back up again. That didn't make any sense. So that's just mass genocide for the sake of genocide and staving off the inevitable by maybe a century. That's it. If you think about the population of the Earth, we were, at 2 billion at the turn of the 19th century. Now we're up at 8 billion, 9 billion. So if I knock it down to 4, how long is it going to take to get back up to 8 again? Another 50 years? What are you buying? What are you saving? Have you said that he actually reduced the capacity for people to actually have children? Okay, all species. Then it makes sense. I'm getting off tangent here. The bad guys that are in this, there's not one. There's two, really. And you can understand and almost empathize with each of them. And that makes you not really root for the good guys. An argument between two people and you understand both their sides, and you see them get into a fight, like, well, whose side do you take? When I'm not saying that I wouldn't take Captain America's side, okay? What I'm saying is that I wouldn't be jumping in. Green Goblin, Joker, villains, okay, discernible villains. You are rooting the guy that killed John Wick's dog, villain. Okay, you are rooting for this person to be defeated. You don't get that sense, and it kind of puts you in the middle. You don't have that patriotic Captain America against Red Skull. Okay, that's what made Civil War so great. Is both sides you understood both sides, kind of rooting for both sides, and the movie wasn't supposed to have a bad guy. Even Zemo really wasn't a bad guy, but that's what made that one such a great movie, because you had that inner turmoil. I don't know. I felt like the movie was lacking. It was missing some critical element that defines a superhero movie. In itself, it's still a good movie, but that's where I felt about that. Now, I'm going to, at this point, if you guys have taken my reaction okay, I'm going to talk about a couple of little spoilers, parts of the storyline which are applicable to people that have seen the movie. And again, I'm not going to talk about much, just a little bit. But if you don't want any of them, this is your time to bow out. And I thank you for joining. But before you bow out, though, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and click on those notifications. Anyway, mahalo. Okay, so everybody that stuck around. I did enjoy seeing the cameo there from Liv Tyler. And what was really cool about that was when you saw the picture of her, right there, automatically they have to put her in the credits because you've got her face on the screen. You're acknowledging her. I would have preferred it was Jennifer Connelly, but hey, I know that she wasn't a part of that movie, but damn, so I want Jennifer Connelly. The Bucky, that was, I honest to God did not know who was going to be in the room when he said, this is a private room. I'm like, who the heck is going to be in there with it? Is it going to be the other Black Widow? That's, by the way, that was really good casting. Because good things come in small packages. My God, she did kick some ass, didn't she? I didn't know if it was going to be his sister, which I really would have liked to see her even for a phone call. Or if it was the new Falcon, maybe in a wheelchair or something. I didn't know. But when it was Bucky, I was like, yeah, I didn't even think about it, but this moment needed to happen. And the interaction with them was still right on point with where it was in the TV show, with like, I still don't like you. I don't like you either. So I actually I got a little upset when I saw the Red Wings getting destroyed by Red Hulk. That's one of my big things I did not like. Red Hulk is supposed to get hotter as he gets angrier. So just like you go to watch a Hulk movie, you expect him to get more and more and more and more angry, getting stronger and stronger. You were waiting for that with Red Hulk. One of the things about him is he gets hotter. I was waiting for the asphalt to start boiling beneath his feet. I was waiting for the atmosphere to start turning into plasma. Okay? And they didn't elaborate on that at all. Okay, so he's red and he's hot, but he's not getting hotter. He's really strong. I get that, but you're not showing what his power is. And I can't help but think that Loban McGinnis must have been like, dude, hotter, angrier, angrier. I mean, when he went to pick up the car and he put his hand almost like moltenly into the gas container, I'm like, okay, so they're going to, and no, they're not. It didn't get there. The other complaint I did have was at the end of that fight, when he transforms, it comes back down to General Ross, or I'm sorry, President Ross. It was off camera. You just saw the shadow. I'm like, oh, I see they spent the entire CGI budget, had nothing left for this one. It was just like She-Hulk when it's like, okay, got to do it off camera because we can't spend any more money on CGI. But, I mean, these are nitpicky little things. It was a good movie. Not every movie is going to be Endgame and Winter Soldier and Civil War. I get it. It was a step in the right direction. It was better than some of their other movies that they've come out with lately. It was better than I expected it to be. The one I'm actually most looking forward to this year, it's not Fantastic Four. It is actually Thunderbolts. Because Thunderbolts to me is just, it's that perfect dysfunction like Guardians of the Galaxy between these characters. And I want to see it. I want to see it, okay? I don't want to see a perfect synthesis of the Fantastic Four. It's just, I didn't like it when I was a kid. I didn't like reading it. I wasn't a big fan of it. I liked some of the John Byrne art, but I never liked reading the Fantastic Four. I never liked the comic book. To be fair, I never liked Iron Man either. I love Iron Man in the movies, okay? So maybe I was just too young to appreciate it. Maybe they'll make something special about it that I'll more relate to now. But Falcon Winter... Captain America, Brave New World, 7.5 out of 10. Almost an 8, but I can't go there because I can't think of some of the other movies I would give it as an 8. Definitely did not regret going. I will not be going and seeing it a second time. I'll wait for it to come out on streaming. And I'm hoping the movie does well, okay? It's also better than anything that Sony puts out, with the exception of the Spider-Verse. So... all right, guys, so I'm going to wrap this up. I want to say thank you for joining. Please don't forget to click like, subscribe, click on those notifications so you know when more videos are dropping. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Got a bunch of them coming out. Don't forget, on Wednesdays, we have our new comic book day where we give away books. And on Mondays, which is tomorrow, oh my God, the other live stream that we do, which is the Cover Price Top 20 that they put out every week. Well, we break it down. We talk about what's hot, what's not, and which ones you should invest in and which ones you should avoid like the plague. Hint, hint. If it's on the hot list, you already should be avoiding it like the plague. All right, guys. Until I see you in the next video. Mahalo.